friends, this is Ricky Chadda from Astro Healer channel. As I promised you when I was uploading the video on solar eclipse yesterday, that if I find time today I will be uploading a video where I shall be talking about each lagna and each rashi, how it's going to get the impact of this solar eclipse, and the impact shall last for around 120 days. Before I start this video, I want you to understand few things. The impact and the effect that I will be talking about now is very generic. There are going to be the other planets which will have an effect on you. Your Mahadasha is already on, and it will have an impact on you. There would be an Antardasha. So for each individual, things will vary or things will change. But one thing is for sure, that when I will be talking about each lagna or each rashi, I will be emphasizing on two planets. One is Sun and the other is Venus. And I explained to you in my last video that Venus, the planet of relationship, wealth, and so on, is a planet which is getting most affected during this eclipse. So for every lagna, every rashi, I will explain to you which is the house ruled by Sun, which is the house ruled by Venus, and where is the axis where this planet is forming in your individual chart according to your lagna. So let's begin with the first sign, that is Aries. So friends, for the sign of Aries, we have to understand that first of all, Venus rules your second house and the seventh house. Both the houses are known as Markesh. Plus Sun rules your fifth house. So second house, fifth house, seventh house does play a role over here. The axis of the eclipse is 1 and 7. Keeping this in mind, I would say the solar eclipse, since it is taking place in your seventh house is Libra. So it can create some issues in your relationship, could be with your wife or husband, or I would say spouse, your business partner, or any other person with whom you interact. Also, 3 to 4 months is going to be difficult for you to handle this situation, maybe with your spouse, with your business partner. You will see the impact over there. Also, take care of your spouse's health. That could be a concern. Because Sun rules your fifth house, your children also may need some attention at this time. Do not take impulsive decision at least during the days when the eclipse is on, and even further also. If you have some important decision to make, just wait for some time. Give it at least a week, that in that particular week, do not take any decision, wait for some time and then go forward. Next sign is Taurus. Now for Taurus, Venus rules your first and the sixth house. Sun rules your fourth house. The eclipse is in your 6th and 12th. And the 4 planets which is getting eclipsed, where the eclipse epicenter is there, is your 6th house. Now, Venus is the lord of your is a lot of marriages. So Venus is also your sign lord, your lagna lord, or your moon sign, whatever it is. The impact will definitely be on the married life. Stay away from conflicts in your personal life and your professional life as well. Take care of your health and the health of your mother. As I told you, Sun, which is debilitated and it is getting into the eclipse, so your mother's health could be affected. You must guard against accidents. 6th house is there. Injuries could be possible. Do not take decisions, especially to do with properties, for next 120 days. People who are already into spirituality may have a very good phase, and you will be able to connect with the divine quite well because you will have that energy. Next sign is Venus. So for Venus, sorry, for Gemini, I'm sorry. For Gemini, Venus is your fifth lord and the 12th lord. Sun is your third lord, and eclipse is forming into your fifth house, and it has got an axis of 5, 11. So two houses which getting affected, fifth and the 11th house. Here, this is going to help you. Believe me, this is going to help you if you want to learn some new skills, some creative skills. Learning would be very easy for you. People involved into art, communication, mass media will have a good time. Some new source of income will also come your way. It's about the 11th house. Yes, but because it is forming in your fifth house, stay away from stock market. Do not invest money in that. You may incur losses. Your children also need attention. Fifth house talks about children. Expecting mothers, pregnant women must be very careful during this time if you are a Gemini by moon sign or Gemini by Lagna. Also, romantic life may also develop some issues. Fifth house is about romance. Next sign is Cancer. For Cancer, Venus rules your fourth house and the 11th house. Sun rules your second house. The eclipse is forming in your fourth house, and the 10th house axis would be in play. Now, this may definitely affect your domestic life, peace at home. Do not take any decisions to buy any property or selling any property or even vehicle for next 120 days. Mother's health can cause worry to you. Take care of your health as well. There may be some changes that may occur in your career. Could be a job change, could be something where you would feel like something is not very comfortable out there. Keep check on your expenses also, because it is the second house which is ruled by Sun, which is getting eclipsed. Second house is about your accumulated wealth. So expenses needs to be controlled. Next is Leo. For Leo, Venus rules your third house and the 10th house. Sun rules your Lagna itself. Now your Lagna itself, the lord of your Lagna is getting eclipsed, and the axis is 3-9. So third house is the eclipse, ninth house is also getting affected, Rahu is there. And now what will happen is third house can prove to be a bit positive, because third house, sixth house, 11th house is always good if there's some activities like this or some evil planet into this house. Professional growth can be seen, new opportunities may come your way. Those people who are involved into authorship, writing, publication, travel, communication, mass media, good time for them. There could be a change of residence. I'll tell you the reason is third house is the negate house, the 12th house from the fourth house. So there could be a relocation possibility is there. You may have some issues with your friends and your sibling. Third house talks about this. Now, be careful of injuries and accidents. Next sign is Virgo. For Virgo, Venus rules your second house and your ninth house. Sun rules your 12th house. Eclipse is forming in your second house and it is looking at the 8th house. So the axis is 2 and 8. Now, solar eclipse may have an impact in your family and wealth. These are the two areas which has to be very careful. Family issues may keep you quite disturbed for the next 3 to 4 months. Expenses may be on a higher side and you need to control. Your father's health could be a concern for the next few months. You may go through a mental stress. So for Virgo, yes, this eclipse is not very good, I would say. Now let's talk about Libra. For Libra, Venus is your Lagna Lord or your Rashi Lord. It rules your first house and the eighth house. Sun rules your 11th house, which is very good. And the axis of this eclipse is forming into your first seventh. Now, first and seventh. Now, having eclipse in your Lagna itself and Venus getting eclipse, your Lagna Lord getting eclipse into it, this is a major changes in your life. There would be a big shift of energy for you for the next 3 to 4 months. A new beginning. I told you about the eclipse that is going to be a rebirth. It's going to be a new beginning, relocation, new work, job transfers, and so on. And you need to work on this. Be careful of accidents and injuries as well. If you are if you are a spiritual person and on a spiritual path, this is, believe me, a wonderful time for you, and you must make full use of it. Next is Scorpio. For Scorpio, Venus rules your 12th house and the 7th house, Sun rules your 10th house, and eclipse is happening in your 12th house. Axis is 12-6. So, good time to get involved into meditation, spiritual activities. Also, 12th house is related to sleep. So, you could have a very disturbed sleep or sleepless nights. Your expenses would be on a higher side. Venus rules your 7th house, so it may definitely affect your marriage and even business partner. Next sign is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, Venus rules your 11th house and the 6th house. Sun, on the other hand, rules your 9th house of fortune, luck. The eclipse is happening in your 11th house and the axis is 11-5. So here, as I told you, 11th house would give you a good effect. So I believe so that this eclipse could be quite good for you. 11th house of income will help you with money, investment, profession, will bring multiple sources of income, earnings for you. However, if possible, stay away from stock market. That is not advisable. Married people should try to keep a good relationship, work very cordially with your spouse. So, at least for the next 2.5 3 months, this is very important. Next, Capricorn. For Capricorn, Venus rules your 10th house and the 5th house, and Sun, on the other hand, rules your 8th house. Eclipse is forming in your 10th house of career and profession, and the axis is 10 and 4. A change in your profession is for sure for the next 3 to 4 months. You may change your current job. Your relationship with your seniors may be a big concern. You need to take care of your image, reputation at your workplace. Relocation is a high possibility for you. Take care of your health. Married people will have an average time. Love relationship could be a bit disturbed. So if you're into romantic relationship, it could be a bit disturbed. And if you are pregnant, be careful. Next is Aquarius. For Aquarius, it is Venus rules the 9th house and the 4th house. Sun, on the other hand, rules the 7th house. Eclipse is forming in your 9th house of fortune, luck, and the axis is 9 and 3. Now, if you are planning for a long distance travel, or if you are wishing or desiring to go abroad for studies, some delays will crop up for those people who want to go, but eventually it will take place. So if you are planning for to leave in November, December or January, maybe it will get delayed by a month or two. So hang on, be positive, things will change, go your way. Travels also is possible for you at this time. If you are into spirituality, if you are a spiritual person, then you will start realizing that the power and the presence of divine energy is getting into you. It's helping you. Health wise, yes, some minor issues will be there, but don't worry, this is a time for a big shift for you. Let's talk about the last sign, Pisces, and let's understand that Venus rules your 8th house and the 3rd house, Sun rules your 6th house, the eclipse is forming in your 8th house, the axis is 8 and 2. Here, this eclipse can create unexpected challenges for you. You must take good care of your health because we are talking about the 8th house. Chances of accidents, injury is possible. I would advise you to stay away from speculative market, speculation, stock market, and so on. There could be some sudden difficulties in your job, and you may even come to a point of leaving the job. It's a good time for people who are into occult activities. So if you are an astrologer, if you are a tarot reader, if you are a surgeon, or if you are an auditor, 8th house talks about all this. If you are into research, petroleum, oil, all that you have to dig and get from the Mother Earth. These are people who will get benefit at this time. So friend, this is what I promised you. This is the video in front of you. If you did like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell icon as well, and contribute to my channel if you wish to. Thank you so much.